Hi everybody, welcome to another 1v1, and today I'm playing as the Brute Chieftain. Pretty much every day I pick a leader to use, and I use him all day. And today was the day for the Brute, because a lot of people suggested using him, because he is a good all-around leader. And I'm playing against a cutter on Blood River, and I don't see a lot of cutters in 1v1. So it's always ballsy to choose him as a leader because I think Forge is so much better than him, but that's just my opinion. Anyways, so Blood River is a DLC map that you can get, and it's got a lot of hooks that you can take advantage of, 2 reactors and supply hooks. And as the Brute Chieftain, I'm going to make my haul 4th, and geez. There's Mitch joining my party and leaving my party like crazy, bothering me. So I'm just sitting here twiddling my thumbs waiting for my BC to come out. There he is. I'm going to send him straight to the resource hook and pump out a brute squad. The hooks are guarded by sentinels, but sentinels are like paper and die with the simple double tap of the Y button with my Brute Chieftain. So that's what I'll be doing. I'm going to head straight over there. And by the time I kill all of the sentinels, my brute squad will be out. Not sure why I locked my base there since I'm bringing them out immediately. And that sentinel turns into a bunch of pieces of metal that scatter across the map. Should be queuing up a warehouse there. Not sure what I'm doing. There we go. And my brute squad will go in there, take out that last sentinel, and I will use my chieftain to pick up those resources, and afterwards I'm going to make my way to the resource hook. You see that I queued up a warehouse. I meant to go haul 4th. That's pretty much my build as the chieftain, is haul 4th usually on any map that has hooks like this. I don't like to rush UNSC ever because I've tried it a few times and it just never ever goes well. UNSC are just so good at stopping rushes, it's not worth it. So I like to macro up just a little bit, not too much, but I like to at least get a full base before I start attacking. And on a map like this, I like to really control all of the hooks before I start moving in. So you'll see that's what I'm doing here. The reactor, of course, has more defenses to try and stop me, but again, I just gotta double tap Y a couple times and the sentinels will go down. And I feel confident that my brute squads will be able to finish them off. I got defense gauntlet, and I can start researching beam rifle, but that's really not necessary quite yet. I am going to want to get it eventually. But now is the time where I am going to start moving in on his reactor first, because I don't want him having tech. I don't want him to macro up too much. And my chieftain's pathfinding is retarded, and he gets stuck in the trees there. He gets lost in the woods. He does have the supply hook, so I could probably just send a couple jackal squads there on their own, but I don't trust them that much. I have way too many jackals queued up there. 5? Yeah, jeez. What am I doing? And once this last one trains out, I'm going to get beam rifle, and I should be in pretty good shape. I'm definitely going to be able to take this reactor out unless he's got a tank sitting there, which is doubtful. Sending my chopper to go scout him because I haven't done that yet. Almost catches Warthog, but not quite. I am going to take his reactor out, and I'm going to queue up a summit, start making banshees. There's Mitch frickin' being annoying. I should block him. Looks like he's got a turret and a barracks, so I'm really far ahead at this point. It looks like he upgraded all his supply pads too, which, you know, usually is a telltale sign of a newbie cutter player. No offense to this guy, I'm sure he knows what to do as cutter a lot more than I do. And there's this elephant, which I see is red health, so I'm just going to vortex it a little bit, and while I'm doing that, bam! He Mac blasts every single one of my jackals. So that left me a little upset. I start to vortex this Marine, but you know what? It is just not worth vortexing infantry in the hooks unless you have a Tech 2 vortex, I'd say. Otherwise it just takes way too long. It's a huge waste of resources, especially when I have beam jackals anyway. I'm going to chase his Spartans away with my inheritance. I managed to catch one of them, and I'm going to finish him off with my jackal. Send these guys to the money hook, and I'm going to start getting lots of money and start making my banshees. I'm definitely not going to attack yet. I'm just going to sit outside of his base and wait for my army to get nice and large. So what should I talk about in the meantime? Oh yeah, a lot of people have been asking me, Death Toaster, why are you playing 1v1s when you have a perfectly able 3v3 team that will play with you all the time? I would love to have threes partners all the time. Well, it's a funny story because a lot of the people that me and Mitch usually play threes with don't like us anymore, so that's unfortunate. But yeah, that's why I've started getting into these 1v1s, and people have also asked me if I'm going to make any more Super Turtle videos, and I am. Just, you know, give me some time. Super Turtle videos are a huge pain in the ass to make because they're usually an hour and a half or 2 hours long, and I have to sit here and watch them in real time to make sure that I get every good part in. So I mean, I still enjoy making them for you guys. I'm glad you guys like them, so I'm going to continue making them. I'm just bitching a little bit, so excuse me. Anyways, I feel I have an adequate amount of forces to try and start attacking, but he's got 4 turrets. That's always annoying. I really wish he would have just resigned, but he's trying. He's trying his hardest. I'm sure he's got a vehicle depot up by now. If not, he really doesn't have a chance. But I'm just going to take out all of his turrets, send my banshees and brute squads to the back, and leave my jackals in the front, just in case any more Spartans come out. But he does have a working vehicle depot, so I am going to move my jackals away from that. And I'm going to start vortexing it, see if I can stop it before it produces a tank. But I don't think I'm going to be able to. But I am bringing in hunters now. Well, I'm researching Bonded Shield first, because otherwise they're just useless. He has a Spartan tank out there harassing me a little bit, so I'm going to upgrade my warehouse. I'm thinking about just getting Birthright so that I can pretty much nullify his tank altogether. Not sure why I'm not doing that now. And bam! There goes another Mac Blast. It destroys almost all of my forces again. So, some pretty good Mac Blast by this guy. And definitely good tank micro, just coming in there, taking a few shots at my Brute Chieftain, and then running away. And that's all he's got to do. If he kills my Brute Chieftain, he will be able to keep me off of his base for quite a while. So I'm just trying to stun his tank, and he runs away like he should. So now I'm just going to start shooting at his reactor, because that's all I really can shoot at without getting shot at by his turret. But, you know, it's always a good thing to take out a double reactor, then I could at least feel accomplished if he does kill my chieftain. More banshees coming in. Not getting repeating yet because I need them numbers, man. I gotta get them numbers. I have Birthright now, but unfortunately he did not utilize his Birthright powers. So I'm gonna have to run away again. My chieftain is very close to death. Like, I was really worried if he was going to live or not, and what was going to happen if he died, if I was going to get pushed off. But now I've got hunters coming in, so I've pretty much sealed the deal. And now he brings his tank just a little bit too close, but he is still going to get away. Jeez, this guy is a tank micro pro, and I queue up a vampire for some reason. But I cancel it, don't worry. And this time I finally get the Birthright on him, Not sure why it took 10 minutes for it to, you know, activate itself, but now I'm going to kill his one and only last hope for victory. I'll finish off his Spartan, and I'm pretty sure he resigns right afterwards. If not, very soon. So hope you guys enjoyed this game and the commentary. Hope you guys are liking my 1v1 videos. I am open to all criticism, and I accept any and all challenges. So if you feel like playing against me to show me what's what, show me who's the boss, feel free to challenge me. Because I am willing to play against better people, because that's the only way I'm going to get any better at this game. So thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.